I got to return to my opening piece again, for I have been once again propositioned by yet another woman who finds me charming, intelligent, irresistible, and indeed a gorgeous hunk of manliness. With all that, I am sure is true, ladies, and I appreciate the attention, but I would advise you seek other hunks, for this one has long ago found what he wants and is as satisfied as a human can be with his life partner. Now, I say all this in seriousness. And yes, I love women. Why, they are all, every one of them, every single woman alive is beautiful and unique unto herself. But the woman I am now with, and have been for almost 26 years, well, in my eyes, there is nobody who can compare, for many, many reasons. And so, if you would permit me the indulgence, I would like to pen an oral love letter to my wife here and now. Yes, an open letter that I will share with all of you, as it is my sincere wish that every human alive today finds their mate at some point in their lives, either this life or one that's upcoming, like I have. Because if we do, I believe we will create a love tsunami, friends, that will overturn all the hatred, resentment, and thirst for blood that is currently engulfing our home, our planet. Now, I say this with confidence because it happened to me. So, by the way, many years ago, my mother would always say to me, "One day you will find the woman you are born to be with." And these words really filled me with delight, but I always followed them with my own words. "Mom, how will I know when I find her?" "Oh, you'll know all right," she'd always reply. "There will be no doubts." Ah, yes, no doubts. Well, from the time I first started dating when I was around 15 to around the age of about 30, every single relationship I had, though wonderful and fun and all that, they were all tainted by doubts, uncertainties, worries, concerns, betrayals. I think I tried to find my mate in every woman I ever kissed, at least at the beginning. And I've kissed a few of them, believe me, but one after the next relationship, well, my word, friends, they always ended in crashing horror, broken promises, and hurt feelings. I think I was just too serious, and really dating back then, to me, wasn't that much fun when it probably should have been. And let me add to that the fact that several of my let's call them girlfriends, ended up screwing around on me big time. Now, probably I set the situations up, of course, like we've talked about in other shows. And if I had been a little more secure in myself and not so desperate to find her, hey, I wouldn't have taken things so hard, right? I've been able to get along, drop things, get over myself, and move on. But that's who I am, deeply serious when it comes to love. But let me tell you, about 6 months before I met Mia, I made a pact with God. God, no more women. I was sick of women, and I just did not get what they were about. I didn't understand them. And I'd had enough at that point in my life. Okay, I loved sex. I loved intimacy. But at that point, I was done, man. I mean, no more of the heartache and the worry and the disappointment. I had planned at that time to take a couple years away from women, become celibate, maybe have the occasional sex, of course, but no relationships, no more, not for a long time. I was done with that. And then came July 6, 1988, when I was in San Francisco with some friends of mine on a Friday night. When across the bar at 16th and Valencia, I saw something that would radically alter my entire world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I saw a glowing, smiling, beautiful angel of loveliness from across the room, and like I'd been magnetized, I just had to go over and talk with her. Forget my vows of chastity and all that. Something about her was different, and despite my friend's certainty that she was way too pretty for me and that she'd never talk to me, especially with all the hounds hovering around her, I could care less. I parted the tide, and I walked right up and began talking. And friends, I'll condense this story, but in that moment when Mia agreed to go dancing and later take a walk with me, all the disappointment and resentment I'd felt against women faded. Replaced by the most amazing, giddy sense of excitement and happiness I had ever known. Just being with her soothed me, and in the coming weeks and months I spent every waking moment with her. Yes, we got pregnant and married, and my career took off, and I soon became a real man. rather than the confused and bitter Peter Pan that I had been.